Hey everybody, Tanner Urban here, and today I got my blood test results back. Now you might be aware that I went 33 days eating only bananas, nothing else except water, and I tried to eat at least 30 a day, and at the end of the 33-day period, I ate 975 bananas. And immediately after, got blood tests, and I got those results back, and I have some notes. Now I'm going to go into a lot more detail on my blog later on, probably tomorrow or the day after. But there are some things that I find notable, and it's overwhelmingly positive. There's one tiny negative note, which I want to go over first, because I think it's good to get the negative things out of the way. After eating only bananas for 33 days, my LDL levels, and LDL is bad cholesterol, are through the roof. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They are not fantastic. And, for example, like LPA, my LPA levels are 269, and healthy is 75 or under. So I am 4 times the baseline of bad. A little under 4, but about. And that is yeah, that's not fantastic. What this means to me is that unless this goes down, which it very well might, once I'm on variety again, it very well might go down. Until that number goes down, I have to continue eating clean, like no salt, no refined sugar, no processed foods. Don't put anything in my body that will clog my arteries. So it's actually good incentive, I think, right? Good spin on it. So that's the only bad stuff. Other good thing I want to know, my blood sugar is fantastic. Glucose level is 85, and you're at, if you're between 50 and 100, you're good. So I'm smack dab in the middle. That's great. And other good stuff, I want to talk about protein. Protein is this thing that everyone has an opinion on. You go raw vegan and vegetarian, or especially eating only bananas, and the first thing people say is, "We're eating your protein. You aren't getting any protein by eating only plant food. How can you get strong without protein?" And so my protein levels after eating only bananas for 33 days is 7.5. 6 months ago, 2 months into vegetarianism, when I was eating the variety fruits, it was 7. So after 33 days of eating only bananas, my protein levels are higher than what they were at least 6 months ago. And 7.5 is actually a really good protein level. Healthy is between 6 and 8.6, and so 7.5, that's in the middle. That's great. So let's set aside that lie that you aren't getting protein from fruits and vegetables. Every fruit has protein in it. Other good notable things, my calcium levels. When I became vegetarian, a lot of people were like, you're not getting any calcium. Your bones are going to become brittle, and you're going to crack, and you're going to fall, and you're going to die. And that didn't end up happening. And so 6 months ago, my calcium levels were 9.5, and they're now 10.1. And again, this is a test taken immediately after 33 days of just bananas. And so there is definitely no deficiency in bananas, definitely no calcium deficiency in bananas. Now, the most fascinating result, I think, is potassium. So, when you're eating only bananas, even if you just eat a few, but if you're eating 30 a day, people are all like, "You're gonna die of potassium poisoning!" It's the most amazing thing. Everyone has an opinion of potassium poisoning. You just say, "I'm eating 30 bananas." Then they say, "Potassium poisoning." So what are my potassium levels? So 6 months ago, when I was eating probably 2 or 3 bananas every day, my potassium levels are 4.5. Now, 975 bananas, 33 days, my potassium level is 4.6. So, you cannot get too much potassium from bananas. It's impossible. I ate 975 over a 33-day period, and it didn't even make a dent in my potassium levels. It didn't even make a dent. And I mean, I'm in the healthy range. A healthy number is 3.5 to 5.1. I'm 4.6. I'm far away from having too much potassium. And let's just set aside that lie. I mean, that's like the biggest lie that you can get too much potassium from bananas. It just doesn't work. Science doesn't work that way. Your body absorbs what it needs and expels everything else. That's what the fiber is for. If you're getting potassium supplements at a very concentrated dose, then sure, maybe you can get potassium poisoning. But from bananas? No way! Anyway, the result that made me the happiest is my red blood and white blood cell counts. Now, I've had anemia growing up. My mom was at it too, and so I've just always known that my red blood cell count and my white blood cell count are low. And it explains a lot of things, like why my skin is always cold, why my hands shake, when I'm holding them out, just why I have low energy, just that sort of thing. And I am amazingly pleased to say that my red blood cell count is 4.78, my white blood cell count is 5.3. And healthy levels, respectively, are between 4.1 and 5.7 for the red blood cell count, and 3.8 to 10.8 for the white blood cell count. I'm in the green! I'm in the green with my red and white blood cells. I mean, it's fantastic. Just every cell. I'm in the green. I've beat anemia. And 6 months ago when I got my first blood test, and again that's 2 months into vegetarianism, I had a relatively halfway decent, okay red blood cell and white blood cell count, 4.42 and 4.4 respectively. So that was like that was like on the lowest end of okay you could find. But I mean, I'm totally in the green. And it makes sense. I mean, I don't. My skin isn't cold anymore. My hands don't shake nearly as much if I'm holding them out. I have so much energy to so many things. I can just run and not stop and not sweat at all. I have so much energy. I feel so fantastic. And now I know why. I have a halfway decent amount of red in my blood cells. It's great. I'm so happy. I couldn't be more overjoyed. I feel like I beat anemia. I feel like eating only bananas for 33 days has helped me beat anemia. And I'm going to do a video on just this explicitly later. But, I mean, it's fantastic. The final thing I want to note is that my platelet count after 33 days of eating only bananas is 290. Healthy amount is 155, 379, so I'm smack dab in the middle. So yeah, keep an eye out on my blog for a detailed article in a couple days. But until then, just know that eating only bananas for a month, 30 days at least, there is nothing bad about that. It is good. I have proof. The proof is in the banana pudding, the proof is in the blood test results. Anyway, this has been fun. Tanner Banner out.